So welcome to History 34 and History of Women in America. I'm Professor Meyer, and I just want to do a quick little overview on what's going to be History 34. So overall, the class is taking a look at women in the beginning of America. We will start off with Native American women lifestyles, and then we basically move all the way into 2000s. So definitely a wide overview of women, but we're going to see a lot. We're going to see a lot when you talk about women in colonial days and where they were in colonial days and their life and what they could do, mainly what they couldn't do in life, all the way to the present. And all the way to the present, as in 2000s, when you have women who are four-star generals in the military, and you have women who are running for the president, as Hillary Clinton did a few years ago, 3 years ago, and a potential running mate for the Democrats, a woman running for a VP as potentially with Joe Biden. So women have definitely come a long way, and that's what this journey is about, is to see where women kind of were and where women are today, and basically how women got where they are today. So that's just kind of an overview. I'll kind of pick up on that a little bit more, but I kind of want to go over kind of the basics for this class. So the basics for this class, obviously it's an online class. I am not doing any type of Zoom lectures or any kind of Zoom meetings for this class. You will basically do all your work basically at your discretion on time-wise. There will be due dates, and those are hard, fast due dates. There are no exceptions. So you're going to either get something in when something is due, or you don't and you take a zero for it. So overview. So you're going to have lectures that I am going to tape and basically download onto Canvas. You will have reading assignments. It's about 2 chapters per week. You will have written assignments. You will also have discussion assignments, and you'll have quizzes. And that's basically the setup for every single week. And as I said, the due dates are hard, fast due dates. So just get them in, okay? But you basically can work at your discretion and your time-wise. Everything's going to be on Canvas, obviously. I mean, that seems like an obvious statement. But what I mean by that is your any type of like handouts or documents, I guess I'll call them now, any type of paperwork that I'm going to give you as in documents, they're on Canvas. So look on Canvas before you start asking me. I haven't actually put the class together yet. That's what I am doing right at the moment. But you will actually have on Canvas, you're going to have something that will say handouts or PowerPoints, and you click on that, and that is how you get your handouts and how you go access your PowerPoints. My whole point with this is everything is on Canvas. So it's like, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that. My response to you is, it's on Canvas. Basically look on your home page and look in your modules, and you click on that, and that is how you access stuff. That is how you access your syllabus. It'll say syllabus and you click on it. So my whole point is everything has been downloaded onto Canvas. So that is what you need to do. Is before you start asking me about documents or anything like that. So start looking on Canvas and look through your modules, because everything will be actually put onto the modules. Another one is that due dates. Due dates I'm going to have due on Sunday nights. They're going to do every Sunday night except for the very last week, which is week 6. But talking about the Sunday due date, it's Sunday nights that everything is due, okay? And I kind of do that if you're working. I thought that way you could get work done like on the weekends, that type of thing, that it would be easier in that sense. But the only catch is that if you are doing stuff on the weekends and in a sense on the last minute on Sunday, which is totally fine, that's not a problem. If you have a question about something, okay, I normally do not respond to you on Saturday and Sundays. I will respond to you from Mondays and Thursdays. 8:30 to 4:30 is basically when I will respond to you on Canvas. So I would at least take a look at the assignments before Thursday or by Thursday. And then that way, if you have a question or a concern, you can ask me, because I'm not going to be available Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Okay, so just keep that in mind on how you do things, on if you have a question or something like that. So just kind of time-wise, just keep that in mind. Okay, I kind of already alluded to it, basically my schedule. My schedule is I will talk to you Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30. So if you have any questions, you can basically email me or inbox me through Canvas at that point in time, and I will talk to you. I will be online as in office hours, online in the morning, basically Monday through Thursday, 8:30, probably 8:30 to 9:30-ish, okay? I will have online hours that I'm actually going to be with Canvas open and sitting at my desk doing stuff. But the whole point is that if you, like I said, I will respond to your questions or comments anytime between Monday and Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30. So the point is that if you send me a question at like 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, I'm not going to respond back to you until 8:30 the next morning, okay? I actually go to bed very early. I get up very early, and I actually go to bed very early. So just keep that in mind, okay? Or for whatever it means for you. Okay, other things. I'm just looking at my notes to see what other things I wanted to talk about. Oh, another thing. I kind of had mentioned it that you were going to do everything basically at your discretion, but I want to make it perfectly clear. There are no Zoom meetings. This is not, I don't arrange it as, in a sense, like a Zoom class that you have to be present at a certain time. You basically are doing it all on your own. And I will basically post lectures that you watch at your discretion. Okay. Okay. Another thing, it's in your syllabus, the textbook, is A History of Women in America. The author is Janet Correll. So that's the information is in your syllabus. The ISBN number is in your syllabus. Get that and get that basically ASAP. Basically immediately get that book. Online, some way, shape, or form through the bookstore. You can get it through cheap textbooks.com, Amazon, whatever. I would do price, but I would also do availability, whichever can get it to you sooner, okay? Or fastest, I guess that's the best way to put it. Okay, I have that. I had all this stuff in my head, and now I'm basically kind of going through it. Okay, another thing. Obviously, online class. And you're basically putting in your effort, you're doing the readings, and you're watching the videos, the lectures, that type of thing. I can't police that, okay? You're basically on your own. This is basically you guys being honest with yourself. This is a class and you're here to learn. This is a really interesting class. It's a really interesting topic about the history of women. And it's not something that you get in history class. You very rarely get it in a history class. And so this is kind of, in a sense, kind of unique information. Basically make the most of it. You're going to get what you put into this class. The more work and more interest you put into this class, the more information you're going to get out of it. So really make it worth your while. You're spending the money and spending the time, so put the effort in, and you're going to learn a lot in this class, okay? I don't know if you're watching the lectures, and I can't, in a sense, police that. You're going to be on your own honor code to watch it, but I expect you to watch the videos. I expect you to read the chapters. But once again, you're going to get what you put into this class, and you can get a lot out of this class if you put a lot into this class. And I've been teaching this class for several years now. And it's a good class, so you can get a lot out of this class. You just got to put a lot into it. Okay, so we got that. Okay, another thing that I wanted to talk about is I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about an overview. I briefly mentioned it when I first started. This class takes a look. We started with Native American women, and then we basically transition. I still talk about Native American women, but we'll transition into colonial times. With basically the English women, because that's what our country, governmental country, is actually based on. And when we talk about colonial times, we are talking about the women's lifestyle in colonial times, and basically what a woman's life was like, which is very true. And all the things that she could do, or what she was supposed to do, is probably more the likely way to say it, what she was supposed to do. But it's also about what she can't do, because there's so many things that women can't do. Women live a very, very limited, structured life in that colonial time period. And so we're going to see this evolution of women in history, of what they do, how they push their boundaries, and what they gain, how they have to fight for things. But it's also just a progression of watching women gain things over the years. So we start with the time period of colonial women that are supposed to basically get married, have kids, raise the kids, maintain the household, take them to church, keep her mouth shut, and that's her life. And we're going to go to a place in time of present day where we now have women who are 4-star generals. We have one woman, she actually retired, but she was the first woman to actually, this is Lori Robinson, she was the first woman to actually be a commander of combat troops. And that was the first time that a woman oversaw that. And she was a 4-star general in the United States Army, and that's Lori Robinson. But we have come a very long way. We also have women who are major contenders for presidential elections. 3 years ago, we had Hillary Clinton. She did not win the presidential election, but that's in a sense not my point. It's my point that she was a major candidate. She was a candidate that people were taking seriously. And now we're in a position, Biden has not announced his running mate for VP or as a VP, but he's saying that he's going to choose a woman. So once again, you're going to have a woman that is going to go up for one of the highest political offices in the United States. And so that's a very long way and a very long journey that women have gone through, from basically having kids and keeping their mouth shut to being in positions of authority and of command. And so that's basically the journey of this class. One other thing, and I apologize for this, even though I have it written down on my notes, PowerPoints. I'm going to have PowerPoints, or I have a PowerPoint presentation, and that is downloaded into Canvas. And once again, it's an expectation that you're going to look at the PowerPoints. I have some pictures on the PowerPoint. I have just kind of, maybe it's not necessarily outline form, but I have some kind of things in outline form. I have things that are definitions there. So definitely a lot of useful information in the PowerPoints. So definitely check out the PowerPoints. I think that's it for my overview. I believe that's it now that I'm looking at all my notes. Oh, one more thing. A good thing I didn't ask. As I mentioned, everything I'm going to be or is loaded onto Canvas, okay? That is the first place that you check, okay? But at the end of the day, okay, if you have questions, ask me. If you're having problems with Canvas or navigating Canvas, anything like that, ask me. That's in a sense my job, is that for me to basically help you out through Canvas. It's to help you out with information for the class, but it's also to help you basically navigate Canvas. So don't be afraid to ask, especially in the beginning, especially if you're just kind of trying to figure out how to navigate Canvas. That's definitely a legitimate question. So definitely don't be afraid to ask. All right, that's going to conclude this introductory lecture, and I will definitely have more lectures to come, which from this point on are definitely going to be content-based lectures. Bye. Thanks. Enjoy the class.